Hello guys, welcome back to Analytics with Priyam. So in this video, I'm going to tell you about the Medallion Architecture in Maxrot Fabric. So basically what is Medallion Architecture and how we are moving the data in various lakehouses. So in this video, I'm going to cover all these things. So basically in Medallion Architecture, we are having the three lakehouses. So the first one is the bronze layer and the second one is the silver and third one is the gold. So basically in bronze layer, what we are doing, we are simply copying the data from to the various sources into our lakehouse. So we are not going to do any of the modifications into the bronze layer. It is simply a raw data. So after then what we are doing, we are moving our data into the silver layer. So basically in silver layer we are going to do some of the modifications, just like we are doing some cleansing operation, just like we are removing some of the unwanted columns which are not needed. Some of the columns are having the null values, we are going to remove them. And just like basic simple transformations we are going to do in this silver layer. And after then we are going to move this data into the gold layer. So basically in gold layer we are going to do all the transformation steps which are specific to report. So basically just like we can merge the data, we can create the calculations, we can create the measures. So these type of things we are going to do in the gold layer. So stay connected with this video. I'm going to tell you about how we are moving the data into the various lake houses. So let's back to screen. Let me open the Excel so that I can show you how we are arranging our data. So basically we are having bronze layer, after then we are having silver layer, after then we are having gold layer. Okay, so basically bronze is simply a raw data, and with the help of a data pipeline we are copying the data. And in silver layer we are using a data flow gen 2. So basically here we are doing some of the cleansing operation, just like removing blank columns, renaming columns. After then we are moving this data into the gold layer. So in gold layer what we are doing, we are simply moving with the help of our data flows n2, and in this we are doing report specific calculations. We are appending, merging, we are organizing our data according to our report specific need. Let's go back to our Fabric account where I'm having a Medallion architecture workspace. So here I'm creating the three lake houses. First one is the bronze layer, and the second one will be a silver, and the third one will be the gold. So our lake houses are created. Let's go back to the SQL server so that I can show you which tables I'm going to load into our bronze layer. So in this database we are having some of the tables. So let me load this department, employee department history and employee pay history. Okay, let's go to the fabric account and let me create one pipeline. So it is basically simply a copy. Okay, in this activity in this pipeline we are going to take a copy activity, and this copy activity we are going to name the tables department. Source is SQL server, connection type is SQL, and it is loading the databases. So we are going to load this department table. Okay, adventure box, and table name is department. Okay, destination we are going to give as a branch, and table name is department. Advanced we are going to overwrite mappings. We are going to import the schemas. Okay, now let me take one more copy activity. So here we are going to load this employee department history. Let me copy this. Connection type is SQL server. Database is adventure box. Table is employee department history, and in destination we are going to give it as a branch layer. We are going to name it employee department history. In once we are going to overwrite it. Mapping we are going to import the schemas. Okay, now let me take one more copy activity. So here we are going to load this employee pay history. Source is SQL, connection type is SQL server, database is adventure box, and table is employee pay history. Destination is our branch. Pay history. Advanced we are going to overwrite, and we are going to import the schemas. Okay, now all these activities are completed. Now let me save and run. Okay, so now pipeline has started running. Let's wait for these to complete. So the copy activity got completed, the pipeline got succeeded. Okay, now I'm going to show you our tables in bronze layer. So we got all these tables into our bronze layer. Now our second step, what we are going to do, we are moving this bronze layer, the data inside the bronze layer into our silver layer and create a data flow. So we can load our data from bronze to the silver. So I'm going to name it as a silver. Okay, let me import the data from to the bronze layer. Medallion architecture in bronze layer in all these tables. So department history, employee pay history. Okay, so here we are going to perform some of the cleansing operation. So let me see here, everything is correct. Let me rename this column as group underscore name and modified date as modified underscore date, department ID underscore ID. Okay, in employee department history, we are also going to rename some of the columns. Okay, so basically we have renamed all these columns. Let me go back to employee pay history. So basically we don't need this column, so I'm going to remove this column and we are going to rename some of the columns. Now we are going to load our data into the Lakehouse. So basically we are going to load all our this data into the silver layer. This is the Medallion architecture and I'm not going to rename the table name. So I'm selecting the silver layer. Yeah, next. Save setting. For to the second table also, I'm going to give the destination as a lake house. Choosing the silver layer. Save setting. For to the third one also, I'm going to give the destination as a silver lake house. Choosing the silver lake house. Next. Save setting. Now all our destination is saved. Now we are going to publish this data flow. Let me publish this data flow. Let's wait for it to succeed. Now the data flow got succeeded. So let me go back to the silver layer. Let me show you the tables. So we have successfully loaded all these three tables from to the bronze layer. Now let's back to the workspace, and now from to the silver layer we have to move all our data to the gold layer. So basically we have to create a data flow zen 2. Let me rename it to gold. Now we are choosing our Lakehouse as a source, and from to the silver Lakehouse we have to pull all our three tables. So we have loaded all the three tables. So basically employee department history is our fact table and department is our dimension table, and employee pay history is also our dimension table. So in the fact table we are going to merge all these two tables and we are going to bring the data. So let me go to the home section and combine. So let me merge this table with the department, and here we are going to extract name and group name. And the primary columns are uh, department ID. So we are going to merge with this common column. So we have joined the tables and we are going to extract group name and name. Okay, we have successfully exported the name and group name from to the department table. Now we are going to merge it with the employee pay history. So let me combine again, choosing the table employee pay history, and business entity ID is our foreign key. So merge is successful. Let me extract the rate from this table. Okay, so the report specific transformation we have done in this. Now this shift ID we don't need, so we are going to remove this column. So we have removed this column, and now we got our transformed data. So basically all the columns which we needed we have successfully imported. Now we are going to set the destination as a gold. In the Medallion Architecture workspace we have to select the gold layer, and here we are going to rename it as a employee. Next, save setting, and we are going to publish this data flow. Once this data flow got succeeded, then we will get our employee table into our gold layer. Let's wait for it to get succeed. So the data flow got succeeded, and let me go to the gold layer so that I can show you the table which is just loaded. So we have successfully imported our employee table into the gold layer. So basically these are the steps which we are going to perform while creating the medallion architecture. So yeah, we got all our data into our gold layer. So from this data, from this gold layer, the data inside the gold layer, we can directly create the semantic model, and we can import that semantic model into our Power BI, and we can create a report out of it. So thank you for watching this video. So please like, subscribe and comment. Thank you.